Zero, you're one of these sick people who like Sega. And, that's not fair. That's not fair, actually. You're one of the sick people who like Sonic. And, I love you in a heterosexual way. I do. But there's clearly something wrong with you if you like Sonic. But we're not talking specifically about Sonic, really. We're going to talk about Sega the company. Sega actually has done some pretty good things business-wise in the past few years. They actually made a good Sonic game for once, I think about 5 years ago. Sonic became a film franchise, surprisingly, and that was very successful. And Atlas puts out a bunch of great games. Their subsidiaries do some good games. Like, they're in solid ground. And with that, they're realizing that another one of the properties that they have has some massive potential to make more money as a brand like Sonic. And you'd think it would be Alex Kidd, but it's not. It's not, Zero. It's not. Stop asking about Alex Kidd. God damn it. Oh, so annoying with your Alex Kidd. Anyway, so, surprisingly, and I thought this was a surprise, they're shopping around the Persona series to be optioned as a TV series or a movie franchise. Zero, how did you feel about hearing that Sega is looking to take Atlas's Persona and try and make it into an entertainment franchise?
My first concern really, and this is probably gonna spell out the minor anime nerd in me, but the first thought that I went to was, sweet God, I swear, if they're gonna produce a Persona movie or TV show, they better not do what they did with the American version of Death Note. That was awful. God!
I mean, I'm not a sick, degenerate anime nerd like you are, but I watched Death Note, and I liked it a lot, actually. I thought it was really good. But yeah, when I saw that movie, it was awful. Oh my God. I mean, they casted Ryuk pretty well, Willem Dafoe, but everything else was just god-awful about that. Ugh. God. But yeah, I share your concerns, actually, because I can definitely see Sega going to Hollywood saying, we want to make a Persona game, a Persona movie based on our games. Taking one look at it and go, okay, so American high school, they get sucked into a TV, so it's like Jumanji, right? And and then you just have these poor Japanese executives going, oh, fuck, what did we do?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, we have to have The Rock in it. Oh, God, no.
And he has to shill for Zoa energy drink.
Oh, good God. Tasty. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this has the potential to be an absolute disaster, but they did make animes of Persona, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, how did they turn out?
The animes are literally just a synopsis of the good ending, so just you doing all the social links perfectly and all that fun jazz. So essentially summing up an 80-hour playthrough in the span of 24 to 26 episodes.
Yeah. I know some of you are probably listening to this and going, well, why can't they just take Persona 3, 4, or 5 and put it on Netflix as a live-action series? The problem is that if you're gonna make it available to American audiences, you then have to explain the cultural differences between the Japanese and Americans. And as much as I love being American, we're not really that accepting of different cultures. I mean, I'm not saying anything too controversial. I mean, whenever I tell someone one of my favorite movies is a foreign language film, they balk and go, ugh, subtitles? Like, yeah, dipshit. It was like, but but Americans sadly are like that. You would have to basically turn Persona into an American series, and that means changing everything that, like, for example, I think in Japanese high school, like when high school in Japanese, it's almost a requirement to be in a club, right? Like you'd have to be in an extracurricular activity. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to be in an extracurricular.
Right. So you can't. So automatically, that's going to be an issue with the Americanized version of Persona. So you can't essentially have. Maybe you could. Maybe you could have, let's say, the main protagonist with the class president and the burnout and the jock, and they all go into the Tartarus and defeat monsters. I guess you could do that, but then you would really have to be creative with, let's say, how they would have to get that done. So I'm thinking about it right now, and it's certainly possible, but I think the charms of Persona, like, I haven't played 5 yet, but the charms of Persona 3 and 4 is that it's steeped in Japanese culture, and it represents that in an authentic way, and makes it interesting for an American audience for them to enjoy. So, yeah, it would be really difficult to really have a series where it's based in Japan and not have an American connect with it with no American actors. Like, that would be my issue. That would be the issue I would find. That wouldn't be my issue. But that would be the issue that American audiences would have that would prevent people from watching it. So am I surprised that they're I am kind of surprised that they're using Persona as the next one that they want to make a series or a movie out of. And initially I was like, that's cool. But now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, that could turn out pretty bad, actually. So.
Oh, yeah. So, I mean, best of luck to Sega if they decide to go through with this, or if they decide to try to sort of set up some hard rules about it. But yeah, just for anyone who thinks I'm just clowning on this because I'm too much of an anime nerd or anything.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: I was not a fan of the live action Bleach TV series that was a Netflix exclusive, and that was a Japanese cast live action show. And for me, just Bleach is just so out there and so silly and so nonsensical. Just for me, it was just kind of one of those things. I was just like, I don't really see how you could turn this into a live action, because you're talking about death gods with anime powers and stuff like that. It just doesn't seem like something that would translate well into like a live action medium.
Yeah, and I'll further add that I'm a big Cowboy Bebop fan, and they did a live action Cowboy Bebop, and that sucked. I know there are some people who are fans of it. I get it, but you have to admit, like, what they did to Faye was pretty bad. Like, did you see the live action version of Cowboy Bebop?
No, mostly because I didn't really follow Cowboy Bebop as an anime when it originally had aired and everything. So I was just like, yeah, I'm not really going to have any perspective on this. So,
yeah.
Just I'd rather hear it from somebody who has watched the original anime and then seen the TV show.
I saw the movie first when it came to theater. Well, it wasn't in theaters, but I saw it when it first came out on DVD, and I really liked it. So then I was like, I gotta watch the series, and I really liked the series. When they did the live action version, they changed Faye from admittedly sexualized character, but that was more demure and more contemplative, to a the sexualized part isn't the problem. The problem is they turned her into a loud, obnoxious, quip-sounding character that just was just the complete opposite of what Faye was in the series. So I looked at that, I was like, that is shitty. Like, that's terrible. So I watched a couple of episodes and bounced. I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. So, yeah, it was bad. So bad, they only did one season, and they said, fuck this. So, but that's Netflix, really. But yeah, look forward to more announcements that Persona might be a TV series or movie.
Yeah,
I mean,
it'll be interesting to see how it all pans out. But like I said, I mean, who knows? Sega may end up just going, hey, well, just maybe we hire somebody who kind of does an American riff on it that is more, I guess, a remix on Persona in general, and it's its own universe. So who knows?
I'm thinking about it, and if they just put a dump truck of money to Baz Luhrmann's house and say, direct our Persona movie, I would kind of be interested in that. Oh, you don't know who Baz Luhrmann is?
Not offhand.
Okay, Baz Luhrmann did Moulin Rouge, and he also did the Elvis movie that's coming. You haven't seen? Okay.
No, I have not.
Okay. I'll show you later. But basically, his movies are very musically inclined, so a lot of really good music choices, and his visual style is really colorful, and I mean really colorful. So he would actually be perfect for a Persona movie. Ooh, I'm actually getting kind of excited.
Yeah.
Still kind of a bad idea, but yeah, yeah. So let's. Do we have more to add to this, or?
No, I think really for me it's just more. I'm just going to be waiting with bated breath to see what the full announcement is. If it's going to be hey, we're just gonna lazily adapt Japanese culture and just shoehorn it into America, and the setting is going to be Japantown, USA.
Pretty much. That'll be great. I will watch that. No. If they ruin Chie, I'll be very upset. Well, they will ruin Chie. So, God damn it.